So let's talk about some of these relationships in hindsight. Tay, how'd you lose your last best friend?
Um, Death.
Good God Almighty!
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
He died. That's how I lost my last best friend.
That don't count, kind of. Was y'all friends though? At least.
We were friends for 8 years.
All right. God bless the dead. That wasn't no fun. Nay, how you lose your last best friend?
So, because I talked about this in the book. So yeah, it was a lot of disrespect. There was flirting with my son's father, flirting with a guy that I had talked to before, flirting with the person I'm with now, starting to use me like financially in a lot of different ways. And I was trying to be cool, and yeah, it was a lot of messed up stuff going on. Yeah.
And this was your best friend?
Once I started kind of like doing certain things in my life, it was a lot of stuff. There was like sneak disses, and it was a lot of people around me that kept telling me. I'm like, how these people don't know each other? Like, and they're all telling me the same thing. It was my best friends. Yeah.
Damn, so she just was doing you dirty from all angles.
Mm-hmm.
So ratchet conservative, am I bugging? I said before you got on that women's relationships are frivolous as hell. I don't feel like y'all really be good friends, real friends. What you think?
I believe that it really depends on what you categorize as a friend, right? Because everybody can't be your all-around friend. So you have different friends in different categories. I have my go out to eat friends. I have my business friends. I have my ratchet friends. I have my, I have different categories, but I had to learn that the hard way. So like Nate said, it was a lot of disrespect in my past friendships, and I had to learn you can't take everybody everywhere, and everybody's not for every situation. So that's how I perceive it.
So you hang out with people that you wouldn't do, you would go to dinner with, but you wouldn't go to the club with, or vice versa, or people that can't come around your kids, but you can go shake some ass with.
Yes, you got to categorize people. You got to put them where they belong. Some people don't belong everywhere.
Damn, that shit sound like a lot of work, don't it?
No, not really. I mean, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I don't know. I forgot was it Easha that said it. It's really hard to trust people after people been disloyal, dishonest, or disrespectful. My biggest thing is disrespect. Hitting below the belt, just doing stuff that ideally is just intolerable. You wouldn't want for me to do to you. So from that, I said, okay, well, if it's time to party, I'm gonna call, because that's all we can do. If I try to bring her over this situation, it might cause some friction, or, it might not be what it is, but I still love this person. So I'm not just gonna cut them off. I'm just gonna keep them where they go.
Dana, don't all that shit sound like people that should be cut the fuck off?
Why you asking me, Hemp?
So I know you're gonna tell the truth. I know by your face you like, yo, there's some wild shit being said right now.
I'm sitting over here trying to be quiet, minding my business.
You can't. Your poker face ain't good up here.
It's not. Man, fuck them niggas. No, they gotta go.
Oh,
they gotta go. I don't know. It shouldn't have to be so complicated. I feel like friendships, relationships, if they're true, if they're genuine, they should be easy. Mm-hmm. If like you can't be friends with me, I can't be friends with you if I can't tell you when you're fucking up, or when you're doing something wrong, or when you look crazy. Like I don't know. And you should be able to accept that and receive that and know that it's coming from a place of love if you know how I feel about you and if we have a true friendship, and vice versa. So all that other shit, like, it's just fluff to me. It's weird. I don't understand it. I don't process it well. And that's why I don't maintain friendships very well, to be quite honest with you. But it's just, it shouldn't have to be so hard. Like, I don't do gray areas. It's very black and white. Are we good? Are we not? I don't do the passive aggressive shit. If we got a problem, let's talk about that shit and be done with it, or let's not, and then move past it. But all this other weird ass energy, it's fucking weird.
Said a word.
To play, facts. Now, to play devil's advocate, for men's relationships. I never usually do this, but I've heard that men don't take it so deep. So we don't get into it that much because all we care about playing football, watching the game, hanging out, whatever the case is, and we good. If I call my mans, if I need some help with something, they come through. You know what I mean? But we don't necessarily. We're not the assumption is we don't talk about a lot of deep shit, so we don't really get into it that much. That's the stereotype anyway. Do you think that's why our relationships are longer lasting?
I think that's part of it, but I think in addition to that, you guys don't sit on stuff as long as women do.
Wow.
Whoa. Good God Almighty!
I knew he was going to say that.
Watch your mouth.
Y'all will confront.
Look, hold on.
Go ahead.
Now, after you said that, ratchet conservatives start just sucking the hell on that straw. Y'all straight? Don't start this shit, man.
Now this smoothie bomb as hell.
They took. Good God Almighty, man.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Dana. They fucking me up. Go ahead.
All right, real quick. Shout out to John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. Ratchet to many, this and that situation sounds more like associates rather than friends.
One more.
G Firm with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I hate to say it, but every woman I dated talked about their friends behind their backs and made me privy to their personal business.
Oh, they was pillow talking.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, real shit.
Yeah, but no, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I don't feel like men hold their issues in as long as women do. They'll allow them to fester or they'll bottle them up and not want to actually confront them or discuss them because they don't want to rock the boat or because they're not sure how it'll be received. Men, you walk into a room, hey, yo, let me holler at you real quick. And it'll be squashed or it'll be over. And y'all won't be good, but it'll be resolved. Much sooner than I feel like with women in our relationships. So it's easier to navigate. There's no questions. Again, there's no gray areas, no weird space to kind of move through and tiptoe around and walk on eggshells and shit. Like, y'all don't do that like we do.
Yeah.
It sounds like basically there's things that women, what we'll get upset about, men are like, yeah, all right, bros before hoes. Y'all don't care about that stuff. It's like, it is what it is. Y'all gonna talk about it. Y'all squash it, keep it moving. Women are gonna fester it, to your point, Dana, and they're gonna be acting funny style with each other. You do something wrong, it's like, I'm looking at you sideways, ho. Like, we gonna do stuff like that. Guys are not really doing all that, to be honest.
But along those lines, men are also with one another like, fuck your feelings. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something? I don't care how you feel about it. If I'm wrong, then tell me that I'm wrong, and I can, rectify that. But if you just feel some kind of way, then that's I'm not responsible for how you feel. And I think that's a huge difference. And with women, it's more so, and I hate saying this shit, but it is more so about how we make each other feel and how we respond to how things are said or how things have been played out or yada, yada, yada. And we're not actually a lot of times confronting the actual issue.
Yeah. I think because when we do end up confronting it, words are exchanged and women are going to want to fight before anything. A lot of times that ends up happening. Men, I don't think that they'll do that. They'll just talk about it and then it's squashed. But
are we
women
talking about grown-ass women in
right? There are some grown-ass women that they get in each other's face. They be like, let me talk to you real quick. Let me holler at you. And then they do it. And then the words exchange and y'all flying back. Not say y'all, like I'm not a woman, but women are flying back and forth with words. And then it's like, now we're not talking. Sometimes it ends up becoming a physical thing. Sometimes I personally don't think that men end up doing that. It got to be something extreme for a man to get to the point where they ready to throw hands. But women are quicker to throw hands. If they not throw hands, they throwing a drink.
Not no friend, not somebody I call friend. I don't know about that.
I've seen that though with women.
So big on loyalty. I'm so big on loyalty, and I can have a conflict with my friend and tell my friend how I feel. Like one of my best friends, we got in an argument because something came back to her that she thought that I said it because I was the only person that she told. And I'm like, I know so much shit about you. Why the fuck would I tell that thing? You know what I'm saying? She had to stop and think about it. And I said it to her just like that, bitch, I know way too much shit about you. to be talking about just that thing. That doesn't make sense to me, and it shouldn't make sense to you. I got mad because how you questioning me, but we were able to talk about it and get over that.
Yeah.
There's no name calling, no going to blows. No, that's just.
I didn't have that happen though. Not with me. It was more like let me confront you.
If it goes down to that point, they really wasn't your friend in the first place.
Right.
And I learned that very quickly because it was a confrontation. Like, let's just have a talk. And it was just a lot of other things. And then it became the low blows and all that. But
Nay, I think you actually have it backwards. I got to get sis in. I think men are more apt to probably get into a tussle or some type of fight. Because we can, like Dana said, we can shake it off. If y'all come to blows, that generally isn't y'all modus operandi. So that means it's fully escalated. I feel like at that point to no return.
Man,
with that part, you're right in that sense, because with men, even if y'all do fight, y'all gonna fight and y'all gonna talk again. But women, nah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How'd you lose your last best friend, sis? What you do?
I don't lose a best friend. I don't do shit like
we
that.
Lost you, sis, right?
No, nobody lost anything. I still got mine.
How long you been friends with these people?
I've been friends with her since sophomore year of college.
Okay.
So that's that.
Okay. So none of y'all lost a best friend except for Nay.
No, I did. I lost a friend because there's two things we ain't gonna play with: my son and my money. And she trying to play with my money. So
and play with my money in my relationship. Yes.
Anybody else lost a best friend?
So we were really close. So my best friend, I've known her for a very long time. We've been through different phases of life. A really good friend of mine, I don't know how it happened. One thing is like the money thing. Like, don't play in my face. Don't play with my money. Like, you playing in my, you were my friend who took advantage of that. Right. Don't take it. If I feel you're taking advantage of me and you're close to me because I call you friend and you do that, we have a problem. And I actually, as a grown woman, confronted this person. And because they were never wrong, I just was like, you know what? There's nothing else for me to say because you're not listening to anything I have to say. So we had this conversation, a grown person conversation, no blows. Now voices did get elevated because we were on the phone, but at the end of the day, we saw each other the next time, we discussed it again, and it was just like we were at the point of no return because there was a refusal to take accountability on their part. And again, don't play in my face, and I don't do that. So G Firm, thank you for the $5 super chat. Men, we only have two boundaries amongst each other. One, don't mess with my money. Two, don't mess with my woman. All else can be overcome. And G Firm, that's what women as well. Like
shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Men, but we already heard two women already before you even read this was about don't play with my money.
I think he's following up from his other chat though, that women will fall out over more than just these two things. Easha was giving her example of what you can't play with her. But Nay fell out with a friend that was playing with way more shit than that.
She wasn't a friend to Nay though. And Nay called her a friend. But if I was friends with Nay and saw, I would tell her, because I'm with your friend Nay, she's not your friend. She's flirting with too many people. I'm the kind of friend that's going to tell you for real what you don't see. So she was never her friend because you don't go from being a friend to literally an enemy trying to hurt you or sabotage your life. She was never a friend.
Yeah. And people kept coming to me telling me,
Would you have told Nay after you confronted the girl, or you would just tell Nay?
I would tell Nay because Nay has to make that decision, not me for her.
But you're her friend.
I'm confronting.
I'm not going to confront the other. I'm not confronting that girl because if I confront that, hold on, let me answer. If I confront that girl and Nay doesn't see it, they're gonna be friends all over again. So what is the point of me even sitting there saying that girl?
So I say how it happened for me. I had other people that was coming to me and telling me, but my partner, I had to do like this because it almost like my partner almost beat that ass. Like it was bad, real bad. Because it was
all right, Nay. We using just as an example. So
okay, so my point is, she had. I'm assuming it was a Q.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to go down that, but you saying you ain't gonna say shit to the girl, but you her friend though. That's where it gets shaky to me.
I mean, again, if
No,
I
you don't have to
confront the
restate
girl,
it. I'm just saying that's the point of contention that we have.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
If I confront the girl and we have it out, and Nay is one stuck in the middle, two doesn't see it, and she's still friends with her. What the heck just happened? Nothing got resolved. Nothing got resolved. I want it to be resolved because I want to tell
Nay, please don't.
But no, because I kind of agree what she's saying though.
Well, here's what I'm. Well, Easha, what do you think? Insist.
If you're not protecting me and my reputation while I'm not there, you ain't my friend. So if you see somebody doing some fuck shit behind my back, check them, because I'm gonna check them too. But then again, I always think that women from different areas act a little bit different, and maybe that's what my stance is where I stand at.
Sis? Yeah, and if Nay is really friends with you, Asia, then she's gonna respect it. She gotta respect it, or she gotta go too.
But if we're all friends, so sis, if we're all friends, right? We all friends.
That's a different situation.
Oh, okay. See, I thought we were all friends. I thought we were all friends.
No.
Go ahead, no.
Yeah, so this is the one where you see this girl doing some fuck shit. Nay's your friend. You know she's supposed to be Nay's friend. You know what I mean?
So me and the girl are not friends. It's not a friend group. It's okay. We're mutual friends with Nay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So what were you about to say? Trying to justify the point. Go ahead.
No, it wasn't justification. I know that was the thing.
No, in the other scenario though, I'm interested to hear it.
I already said it.
Well, you're all friends.
When we were all friends, I already said it already, because Nay's put in the middle, because we're all a friend group. Nay's put in the middle, and if she doesn't see it or feel, oh, girl, it ain't that bad.
Oh, you're saying the same thing. Oh, all right.
I said that already. I said it.
For love, in an instance like that, I would think if we're all friends, then you would call like a friend meeting and confront it with both of us there. That's how I would do it.
I can do that.
And y'all not all friends, because if she's gonna do that to Nate, she's gonna do it to you. I'm not.
Exactly. We're not friends.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
So Tay,
with you, Easha, 100%. She's not a good person.
So Tay, Love and Nate got some shit going on. You both of their friends. How you handle it?
That's between them. I don't play the middle. I don't.
Wow.
I don't. Ain't got shit to do.
So they both coming to you. Yo, Love ain't shit. And they ain't shit. What you saying?
Go tell her.
That's
real life. Nah, for real. Sometimes you gotta have a break session. You gotta get in the room and say, look, I'm sick of this shit. Y'all, hash it out or whatever, or don't, but don't come to me no more. So yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Would you, Sriracha, you agree?
I agree with Tay. Yeah. Go tell her. Keep me out of it.
I mean, if that's your friend, because my thing is, to me, I value my friendships. And if it's something I value, I want to keep it. You know what I mean? So you're going to do what you got to do. Just like any relationship, you got to put the work in.
Yeah. Okay. G firm with a follow.
Go ahead.
Nay, I don't want to hear no more about the situation that you was in.
No, I was going to ask something that Tay said. Go ahead.
All right. G firm with a $5 super chat. I've noticed also when men fall out, we just keep our distance. Women will expose secrets and become worse enemies. Damn. Bruh. Well, you had a question for Tay? Go ahead.
Actually, I kind of like what he said. That is true. Now I just forgot my train of thought because you wouldn't let me talk, but it's all right.
Man, oh man, this is crazy. So y'all agree with this here?
I think it depends on your maturity level, because I'm not.
Ratchet, now I know you watch this show. Yeah, all right. You're doing a lot of double dutching now. Answer the question.
I'm not. I think
what I'm saying is depends. You can say depends or some for everything. So, what you think about this? If you had to err on the side of yes or no?
No.
Okay. So, how do you think women act once they fall out?
Okay. I can't say some. Now I'm like, all right, okay, well, I guess majority of women do that. So I can't. Okay, well, damn. I don't do that, but I guess others do. So I don't know.
You know, it'd be the person that say they don't do it that be doing it.
I remember my question for Tay. If you and
hold on, Nay, I'm having
go ahead. Oh, because I don't want to lose my train of thought.
This nigga, man. Sis, take something to her.
Okay, so when you were saying like both these people are your friends and then they happen to talk to you, like you wouldn't feel some type of way, like okay, they're talking about each other. That wouldn't make you look at either one of them a little off, like they talking about each other and you tell them to go tell the other person, like that wouldn't make you question.
No, I mean, because in that situation, like we've known each other 20 plus years, so it's not like, you know, girl, at this point, you know, we sisters. Like, bitch, that's your family, so go work that out. So, nah, I mean, it didn't. Maybe if it was a new relationship, and I'm not saying that's not possible to get deep with somebody new, but nah, that was something, you know, to me, family could hash out.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right. Intimate